Good afternoon, I'm Milan Bender, family member and owner of Rainfresh Bottled Water located locally here in Garland, Texas. We distribute to the DFW area doing bottled water and shower filters. Today we're going to be covering the basic installation and filter change of the Rainfresh Deluxe shower filter, as well as highlighting a few different items that we see here, all designed to remove chlorine in municipal water supplies. One of the other things we're going to look at is health risks associated with chlorine in municipal water and why we'd spend the money and time and effort into removing it from our supplies. So let me first start off by giving you a little history on chlorine so you can understand more fully its purpose, its job, and why it's toxic in certain environments. Chlorine, according to scientists, chlorine is the most toxic natural element. However, we come into contact with chlorine every day. It is universally recognized for its ability to kill microorganisms. Chlorine attacks organic material, as do all bleaches and floor disinfectants. But if chlorine kills bacteria in bleaches or oxidized food stains, imagine its effects on our skin, eyes, and lungs, all of which are made of the same organic material it's designed to break down. Chlorine is an inorganic substance that establishes chemical bonds with the proteins of our hair, skin, and thus destroys their natural balance. Now, as far as some of the research that's been done throughout the years to validate this fact, we have Ian Anderson from New Scientist in the September of 1986 edition, which is interesting to note considering this may be new to some of you, but yet has been a problem for quite a many years. To quote Ian is, "Taking showers is a health risk, according to research presented last week in a meeting of the American Chemical Society. Showers, and to a lesser extent baths, lead to a greater exposure to toxic chemicals contained in water supplies than does drinking water. The chemicals evaporate out of the water and are inhaled. They can also spread throughout the house and be inhaled by others." All right, now for Julian B. Alderman, who is a professor of water chemistry at University of Pittsburgh. "The steamy air of a shower contains significant amounts of at least two cancer-causing chemicals that evaporate out of water." Dr. Lawrence Wallace from the Environmental Protection Agency says, "Showering is suspected as the primary cause of elevated chloroform in nearly every home because of the chlorine in the water. Chloroform, a known carcinogen, levels increase up to 100 times during a 10-minute shower in residential water." 100 times, that's quite a bit. Here's one that you may or may not agree with, but San Jose Mercury News says, "I tell my friends to take quick cold showers," said Julian B. Alderman, professor of water chemistry, University of Pittsburgh, who claimed that the longer and the hotter the shower, the more chemicals build up in the air. Most of us don't enjoy short, cold showers, so the alternative would be to go to a shower filter system, either at the point of use at the shower head, or else you can do a whole house system. Today we'll be covering the point of use unit right here where the problem strikes. Now, this is the Rainfresh Deluxe shower filter. This does have an attachment. You do extend out quite a ways, and it can get kind of low on the shower head, so this is one option to bring it back up to a proper height. Here's the cartridge contained in the Rainfresh Deluxe shower filter. Now, this is probably the largest filter I've seen on the market. We do custom make these cartridges, as well as the shower filter itself at our offices. Reason for that is because many shower filters these days have half or a quarter the amount of media, which means less contact time and ultimately less efficiency in the removal of the chlorine, as well as the amount of time between filter changes. So our filter will achieve, typically under normal circumstances, an average household of people, 1 year worth of filtration before it's necessary to be changed. That cartridge is $60 currently. The price is subject to change with the price of copper. So what is KDF and why is it superior to carbon, which I know everyone's probably heard the term carbon once or twice. Carbon uses the absorption method, meaning there's microscopic holes on the surface of that carbon in which the contaminant is absorbed into it. One problem that can present is that carbon is not recyclable because it's got the contaminants in it. If you dispose of it in nature, water hits the carbon and releases those back into nature. Not really a good way of going about it. Whereas KDF is recyclable since it is only zinc and copper mixture. Another benefit of KDF is that as opposed to trying to remove that chlorine when it's flushing through your shower filter at a rate of 2.5 gallons a minute typically, which is very hard to get complete chlorine removal because of that flow rate, what KDF is actually doing is converting the chlorine in it to a zinc chloride, which is a environmentally safe and harmless element now. It's caused bonds to form to take away the properties of the chlorine, which cause it to evaporate and cause it to be so toxic to our health. So let's compare this to some of the other shower filters we see on the market, which we've got this rain shower one, which we also do carry. It's a good filter, not as good as the Deluxe edition, but half the price at $60 compared to $120. But look at the size of the filter. Here's the Rainfresh filter compared to the rain shower filter. So as you can see, the amount of contact time that water has coming from here to here is much greater than this, and hence the ability for it to completely convert the chlorine into something harmless is definitely much more possible with this one. We always recommend that one. Not everyone can go for it. So we've got this one as well. It does a decent job, and that just kind of gives you a comparison of what's available on the market compared to why we started manufacturing our own. One other thing that I'll just make a quick note on is that there is a bath ball, because a lot of people want to fill up a bath. I personally fill it up for my shower head, which is feasible for me as long as you can take 30 minutes to fill a bath. If not, you've got this little ball right here which hangs on your bath. The water flows over it. It is carbon. It does absorb the chlorine out of the bath. The bath's got a lot less surface area in contact with the air compared to when the water is broken down into smaller molecules coming through a shower head. So hence this actually does a pretty decent job in a bath setting. So what all this actually means to you as the end-all user as far as your new shower experience would be softer, more manageable hair, skin. Any color treated hair will last longer, as well as if you have a dry scalp or itchy scalp, a lot of times that can be relieved as well from the removal of chlorine. An added benefit I forgot to mention about the Rainfresh Deluxe shower filter is this right here, which is actually a set of rare earth magnets. This will temporarily polarize the water, giving it a certain softer feel to it as it comes out and hits your skin.